So this week's topic is the reference page. And I'm sure you've all probably seen it. It's pretty straightforward, but wanted to go over a few ways to really best utilize them and maybe tell you about a couple things that you may or may not be aware of. Okay, so let's hop on over to Pipeline. And let's go to our reference page, which actually we're already here, aren't we? Okay, and basically the reference page exists as a place for you to be able to store all of your documents, any links you might have, really your page of reference for anyone in your company. And when I say anyone, that is anyone who's got access to log into your account. Again, anyone who can come in here can see the information, and that's the way you want it. It's so that anyone can access this. So no restrictions on this page. So what you want to do typically, or what most offices do, is to store their forms and disclosures here. And then that way agents can come, download the forms, get them executed, and then upload them back to the transaction, as well as links. So if you wanted to reference any particular site or any link in general that you want to send to them to site-wise, this is where you would do it. Okay. You can even create a link to, if you've got an intranet or a portal that you store all your information in, you can link from here to that to make it a clean, organized way of showing them the information so they know where to go to get it. Alrighty? So those are the main functions there. Like I mentioned, everyone can access this page, so you want to keep whatever is on here not confidential. But the most important, or the best benefit that you get from this, is the ability to organize your information so that it's easy to find, so that people aren't sort of browsing around trying to hunt for the information and not know where it is. Organization-wise, you've got several different options. And it really depends. You want it to mimic whatever your existing, I'll call it file system, whether it's virtual or not, is outside of Pipeline, and then put it in here. That way it's going to make more sense as far as how your office is organized. It'll be easier for people to find, etc. So if you organize your forms by location, you could do it that way. It could be that you organize them by the type of document that they are, or maybe you organize them by property type. Again, whatever makes the most sense for your office as far as how the information is organized is how you want to do it. If you do decide to organize the information based on location, and this can apply for other organizational methods as well, but particularly for location, it's often best to, when you name the categories, and these are all categories here, that you put the location name first. That way, if I'm going to the Broadway location, they'll all start with Broadway, right, and be organized in that order. So I can see all my Broadway location documents, and then I can go and see, well, here are the 2016 forms, or here are the training forms, or here are the contracts, etc., for the Broadway office, because they're all grouped together. Okay, so it's kind of similar to this, except again, starting with the location name, or it could be a group name, an office name, again, whatever it is. And then here's another method right here where you're grouping it based on the type of form. So all the office forms for buying, office forms for HR, office forms for listing, etc. So again, just mimic whatever your existing structure is for organizing your docs or your forms, and then make them reflected here just for ease of finding them. Okay. And just like all other docs within Pipeline, you've got the ability to, like I mentioned, agents will often come and download the docs here and then get them executed and then upload them. Same deal for if they're fillable docs. So I've got a fillable doc, I think, in this one here. So if I open it, so that I can go ahead and complete it, fill in the information, etc., save it, and then upload it to wherever it needs to go. I can do that with this fillable doc, or I can download it all the way, get it executed manually, and then upload it back. Okay. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is just kind of the creation of these. When you're adding docs to this page, sometimes people will not realize how they create new categories. And it happens during the adding doc process. So when I'm adding a doc, let's say I click a doc from here, right? If I'm adding this doc, when I've got the ability to choose a category, I've also got the ability to add a new category. So I could do, right, whatever the category is, and I can identify a new one right here. Okay, so that's how you create a new category when you're uploading docs or when you're managing this page. Okay. You've got the ability to organize this beyond what you can actually see. So if I've got, let me see one where I've got should be able to, there we go, drag and drop these docs and reorder them. Okay. So if I wanted to manually order these outside of alphabetical, I could do that. Okay. Now, once I do that, then I cannot recoup that alphabetical order anymore. Okay, so I've changed it. So now I've gone to a manual ordering. It's not going to do the automatic ordering, which is typically what you want, right? But occasionally you may reorder them and then decide, you know what, I just want to revert back to alphabetical order. There's not currently a way for you to do that, but if you let us know, we'll reset that particular section back to being automatically alphabetically ordered if you just let us know. Okay, but overall, the point is that you've got the ability to manually order these if you'd like. And that's pretty much it. It's kind of a short one for today. The reference docs page is super straightforward, but can be really helpful in organizing and keeping, having a place to direct people when you need them to get information inside a pipeline instead of having to store it externally.